What we do here at Louisville Public Media is to encourage brain activity. It's to encourage people to think on their own, think independently, to think objectively, to think creatively.
It doesn't matter who you are, what age you are, how well educated you are, how much money you have. Anyone can enjoy public radio.
I want so badly to be cool enough to listen to FBK.
Our role is to serve the community. I mean, this is the most mission-driven organization I've ever worked with.
People have written off radio many, many times in the past. Television was going to do away with radio, right? I think we're becoming a model for the rest of the country in what public media can be in this age.
Fact number one, in 1980, 53 companies controlled 90% of the American media audience. Today, 6 companies.
There are numerous gaps, holes you could drive a truck through in coverage.
Crime is actually down, but crime reporting is up because it's cheap, easy, fast news.
What they're doing is selling advertising revenue, but it's not really meaningful content.
I was once asked by a family member, who owns Louisville Public Media? And I said, well, you do.
It's owned by all of the listeners who invest in it. You can trust it because there's no hidden agenda.
In the absence of the kind of journalism that LPM is producing, we would be in a situation where our elected leaders and our business leaders and our economic development leaders are not being held accountable for their actions.
This kind of watchdog journalism is the check and balance. It's vital to civic life.
No one else is dedicating the resources that are needed to do those deep investigative accountability projects, and our members want more of that.
People really have a sense of pride around things that Louisville does really well. And they love feeling pride around their public radio stations.
You know, it's nice to live in a city where people are familiar with your station.
LPM is one of the few stations I've worked at that just have like so much community reach. You get to have a really big impact in your community when people know who you are and understand your brand.
If you care about arts organizations in Louisville, if you care about health organizations in Louisville, you care about social service organizations in Louisville, we're the one thing that can help all of those better than anyone else.
This is the first time they've had an education programs manager, and that's been a big part of their goal, is to reach out into the community beyond radio. Having this education component is just a natural addition to that. So it's really exciting to kind of go that next step.
Everybody, every day, knows exactly why we're here and why we're doing what we do. It's to serve the public and to educate, entertain, and connect everybody.
We're trying to reinvent public radio, but we're also trying to reinvent journalism.
They've got a great, talented group of people that are dealing well with the crazy environment for hiring journalists right now as the big newspapers continue to shrink and disgorge them.
Louisville Public Media is thriving because of the relationships we have with our supporters. They trust us, they know what we're doing and why, they buy into our mission, and they feel like they're a part of it.
So many people are under the impression that it's public radio, that public funding is what is floating the radio station. But the vast majority of the income is coming from the pledge drives, from these little donations that are adding up to be something large.
We need to develop kind of a third rail of financial support, and that is philanthropy.
The capital campaign is intended to expand what Louisville Public Media offers to its listeners.
Public media is an incredible value in that we're building civic infrastructure.
I believe that public radio is going to be the last one standing, who's going to still provide quality programming in a world that has become so diluted.
If you want to make a big impact and want to see it, I can't think of a better place for an investment in the quality of life today, tomorrow, for a very long time, making Louisville what it is.
You know, we've always been important, but now we are absolutely essential, I think, in the current media marketplace.